Hey y'all, it's Moonlight Cowboy again, and today we're going to talk a little bit about stairs made out of roofs. I love this effect. I'm a big advocate for roofs. I did a whole tutorial on how to stack roofs to make buildings out of them. They are a budget drain when you're doing it like that, but as stairs, they're not so bad. So today we're going to take a look at a way that you can do this in your camp if this is something you're interested in. So we're going to start off by putting down a half wall and then attaching an angled roof to that half wall. I'm going to then snap angled roof to that roof. I'm going to go ahead and remove the roof and then the wall. So now we just have a roof sitting flat onto the ground. Then we're going to angle it up. We're going to add a half wall, an angled roof, a half wall, and a flat roof. Okay, so this is going to start the first stair past the initial roof that we put down. So we're going to remove everything except for that last roof that we placed and then the bottom roof. So the one at the bottom we're just going to flatten that out. We're going to remove the half wall. We're going to flatten this out, and then we are going to add an angled roof, and we're just going to flatten it, and then we're going to add an angled roof, flatten it. We're going to keep doing this until we get to almost the level of the roof that's on the ground. Now, because of the way we did this and the method we used, I'm going to drop this roof down and show you. It's going to be directly above the other roof, which I think is pretty cool. So again, that's how you stack them. But now we've got to make them stairs, right? Because that's not going to really work for stairs. So for stacking them as stairs, I angled that roof, I added a half wall and 5 medium catwalks. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that roof and that wall over there once my other wall is in position. I'm going to destroy this roof because you can't stack roofs on top of roofs unless they're broken. Now I'm going to use a short catwalk to basically change the direction of the wall. It's really important for when we go to blueprint this later that all of the roofs are facing the right direction. And then boom. So we'll go ahead and flatten that. And now we have our second stair essentially. So we're going to get rid of that wall. And we're going to repeat this process again. So let me change something around here. Get that ready. And now I'm going to angle that wall, or roof, excuse me. Half wall, angled roof, half wall, and then flat roof again. We're going to angle that, and I'm doing this a little bit faster now because obviously I think you're going to kind of see that there's a rhythm to this, and we just keep flattening and angling roofs down, and basically what I call walking them down until we get to the right level. Okay, once that's flat, we're going to remove those. Now I'm going to destroy this roof. I'm going to angle that and add my half wall, and then 5 medium catwalks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my half wall, remove the catwalks, and then the other roof and wall. Add a short catwalk, and then see, now we have our third step. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will tell you it's going to require 8 steps to get up a half wall. That is the height that you require to get past the threshold of a half wall. And there you go. So this is what the first staircase will look like. So now we're going to get a little silly with it. We're going to do an L-shaped staircase. So in order to flip the roofs to where they're going in the opposite direction, just turn that last one into a corner piece and then attach another corner piece. And then when you lay them both flat, one's going to be going the opposite direction, which will be the last one, okay? And we're going to use that to create our next set of stairs going up. Once we destroy these stairs right here, we should be able to begin our work just like we had done prior. So I'm not going to go through the entire thing with that, but I do want to hit a couple of key points. So on this, what I didn't show in the video, or in this example, was that I just moved that roof over by attaching another roof right next to it. But as you can see, the process is still exactly the same. So I'm just going to take my roof, attach the wall, attach the roof, attach the wall, and then flat. Yep, there we go. And then same process applies to going up again. And as you get good at this, like with some practice, You can change the, if you want there to be a little bit more overlap or less overlap and things like that, you can do all of that. It's pretty easy to do once you get down to the fact that it is just procedural, meaning as long as you do everything kind of the same way, it's going to work just fine for you. The key is also that you want to make sure that you're doing the roofs the exact same way, because if you don't do them the exact same way, you're going to find gaps in your roof. So you want to follow the exact same process that you see here every single time. So again, we're doing it exact same way. The only thing we really did was we bent the roof to a 90-degree angle so we can go up. Okay, so anyhow, this is what the finished product will look like when you're all done. It's pretty cool, right? Now for the fun part, we're going to blueprint this, because really I only want to do this once, because this was a lot of work. Honestly, doing this video probably took me about an hour of burning down roofs and rebuilding them. So all I'm doing is I'm kind of reversing the process. I angled all those roofs back up, I attached half walls to them, and I'm going to attach a catwalk to each one of those walls, and then I'm going to put a small camp item. For this case, I like to use the little foot locker just because it's nice, it's flat, and it's got a little bit of length to it, so I can kind of gauge when I'm setting it on a foundation, making sure I'm lining it up correctly. So then I'm going to blueprint all of those roofs, all of those walls, all of the catwalks, and then the foot locker that I put at the front of this thing. You can use any item you want. That's just my preference, is the foot locker. And once we blueprint this, we'll be able to free place this anywhere. So I'm going to blueprint this real quick, and then we're going to move it on over here, and look, I can place it just fine. Now to unlock it, basically, we're going to just take off all the catwalks, we're going to flatten all the roofs, and then we'll remove the walls. And once we do that, you'll have your staircase that you'll be able to place anywhere at any time. And again, it's very walkable. It's a nice staircase. It is on the bigger side, so this would be something for a bigger build or for a walkway up. Now, you can also do this with the L shape too that we worked on. So I'm just going to blueprint the whole thing, and once I get all of that, I still got plenty of room in my blueprint too, so I could have gone up even more if I wanted to. And once I do that, yeah, I can just go ahead and set that down. Change all those roofs back to flat, so that way it looks more like a staircase for us. And then once I do that, I can just delete these catwalks, and I can remove those walls as well. And that should be it for that. So if you ever get stuck, like you accidentally snap a wall to another wall, just destroy both walls and you should be able to remove them. Just as a word of caution, it does happen occasionally. And when you're all done, you can come up with some really cool stuff like this. So once you wall that in, that's going to look really cool, as you saw in the example. And here's some other examples of where I use these stairs, especially for entranceways. That's my bank, and I did this whole build out of roofs here pretty much with a few walls. But yeah, so this is my tutorial on how to use roofs as stairs. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not, and stay blessed. Thank you again. Bye-bye.